Romanesque architecture, which flourished from the 10th to the 12th centuries, is characterized by thick stone walls, rounded arches, sturdy pillars, large towers, and decorative arcading. This style marked a revival of monumental architecture in Western Europe, drawing inspiration from Roman and early Christian structures. Here is an overview of key Romanesque buildings and features from the start to the end of the era. 1. Early Romanesque architecture. Church of St. Michael, Hildesheim, Germany. This church is a prime example of early Romanesque architecture. It features symmetrical towers at both ends and a nave with a wooden ceiling. The crypt is notable for its robust, rounded arches and massive columns. Abbey Church of Saint-Savin-sur-Gartempe, known as the Romanesque Sistine Chapel. This abbey features impressive frescoes depicting biblical scenes. The nave is covered with a barrel vault, supported by strong piers and decorated with vibrant murals. Basilica of San Miniato al Monte, Florence, Italy. It features a striking marble facade with geometric patterns, a rounded apse, and a wooden roof, combining classical and early medieval influences. 2. High Romanesque architecture. Durham Cathedral, England, a masterpiece of Norman Romanesque architecture. The cathedral has massive stone piers and pointed arches, which prefigure the Gothic style. Its rib-vaulted ceilings and large rose windows are particularly impressive. Abbey of Cluny, France. Once the largest church in Christendom, the Cluny Abbey represented the height of Romanesque architectural ambition. It featured 5 naves, multiple towers, and richly decorated interiors. Although much of the abbey has been destroyed, its influence on European monastic architecture was immense. Speyer Cathedral, Germany, one of the largest Romanesque cathedrals. It features an impressive vaulted nave, a westwork with twin towers, and an elevated gallery. The use of groin vaults and a rhythmic interior structure reflects architectural innovation. Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, Spain, a key pilgrimage site on the Way of St. James. This cathedral features a large barrel-vaulted nave, radiating chapels, and a richly adorned western facade. The Portico da Gloria, carved in the late 12th century, is a stunning sculptural feature. Saint-Étienne, France. Commissioned by William the Conqueror, this abbey church is known for its austere facade with 2 large towers and a 3-tiered elevation inside. It laid the groundwork for the later Gothic style, with the ribbed vaults introduced later. Late Romanesque architecture. Pisa Cathedral Complex, Italy. This complex includes the Pisa Cathedral, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the Baptistery. The cathedral has a 5-aisle nave, a richly decorated marble facade, and a domed apse. The famous Leaning Tower, begun in 1173 CE, is a freestanding bell tower with rounded arches and decorative arcades. Church of Saint-Trophime, Arlis, France, known for its sculpted Romanesque portal depicting the Last Judgment and the richly decorated cloisters. The rounded arches and classical detailing reflect Roman influence. Maria Loch Abbey, Germany. This abbey church exemplifies the Rhineland Romanesque style with 6 towers, rounded apses, and decorative arcades. The interior features a nave with a flat wooden ceiling and sturdy round arches. Key architectural features of Romanesque. Thick stone walls. Romanesque buildings had massive load-bearing walls, giving them a fortress-like appearance. The small windows and thick masonry were necessary for structural stability. Rounded arches. The use of rounded arches, reminiscent of Roman engineering, was a hallmark of the Romanesque style, used for windows, doors, and vaults. Barrel and groin vaults. The development of stone vaulting, particularly the barrel and groin vaults, allowed for more expansive and fireproof structures. Large towers. Romanesque churches often had large square towers at the west end or over the crossing, contributing to the imposing appearance of these buildings. Decorative arcading. Blind arcades and small columns were used to decorate facades and interior walls, providing rhythm and visual interest. Sculptural decoration. Portals and capitals were often adorned with elaborate carvings of biblical scenes, monsters, and symbolic motifs. The tympanum above the main entrance frequently depicted the Last Judgment or Christ in Majesty. Latin cross plan. Many Romanesque churches were laid out in the shape of a Latin cross, with a long nave, a transept, and an apse at the eastern end. Conclusion: Romanesque architecture laid the foundation for the subsequent Gothic style. With innovations in stone vaulting and structural design, the style emphasized strength and solidity, while the decorative elements such as intricate stone carvings and frescoes added a sense of spiritual awe. The transition to Gothic architecture began in the 12th century, marked by the development of pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses, which allowed for taller and more light-filled buildings. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of Romanesque architecture. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which Romanesque structure is your favorite. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more architecture adventures.